7 ways to go from doing nothing to doing something.
Let's go.
Hey, how are you today? Thanks for joining me. This is Coach Chris Wilson here in the Criticalbench compound, and I am delighted to go over 7 exercises that you can do at home if you're living a sedentary life. There are a lot of people that of all ages that are not as active as they would like to be, or maybe they're dealing with pain or they're dealing with injury. And so that's kind of keeping them from living a more active lifestyle. So I'm going to go over 7 very simple exercises that just about anyone can do in the comfort of their own home to be more active and to break out of this kind of, lazy way of living. But, movement is essential to life. Without movement, we're not stimulating our brain very well. We're certainly not stimulating our muscles. And it can be very depressing to kind of go day to day without movement or with very little movement. And so this is a video also to help encourage a little bit of regular activity in your life. Because I know as a strength coach, as a trainer, as a dad and a husband, that activity on a regular basis is really the key to living a more fulfilling and a more positive life. So let's start off with something very, very simple. I'm going to go back into a seated position now, okay? So this is the position that we find ourselves in quite often, right? We're not very active, so we're sitting a lot. So I'm going to get you better at sitting, first of all. So when you're sitting, try to sit with better posture. Try to sit a little bit more upright. Okay, so whether you're using the computer or reading a book or reading your tablet or whatever you're doing, try to sit without slouching versus having the rolled shoulders and the forward head. Okay, so we're sitting here, and all we're going to do is work on our ability to rise up from a seated position with good posture. So we're sitting and we're just standing, and then back down. Just lightly. You don't have to kind of get back into a relaxed seated position, just making contact, right back up. So sit to stand. I mean, this is probably one of the more common exercises that I've used with clients over the years. And most trainers use this type of activity to assess movement of the body, to assess, mobility of the ankle, of the knee, of the hips. But this is what's going to activate all those muscles in the lower body, and from a relatively safe way, safe approach. The sitting and rising up, getting in and out of the car, getting down onto the toilet and back up, getting down to a chair to eat a meal and get back up. This is something we have to do in our day-to-day life. So you might as well get good at it and do it right. Speaking of really good posture, if you scroll down below to the pinned comment, there's a free report there that you can download right now. It's called the 3 Best Ways to Improve Your Posture. And posture is key to living a better life, to breathing better, to eliminating brain fog, and a lot of other things. So check that free report out. I know you'll like that. So once we get good at the sit to stand, that's my number 1 move. Number 2 is a seated Woodchop. Okay? So another thing that we don't do enough of, even if you're active, we don't twist enough or rotate the spine enough as we age. So you can do a Woodchop from a seated position. All you got to do is make a hammer with your hands. So clasp your hands together, start outside your hip. Your eyes stay on your hands. The movement's better when you use your vision to enhance the range of motion. So your eyes are on your hands, and then we rotate and chop upward, and then twist back. Twist up over the shoulder, down at the side of the hips, okay? Just like this. So the lower body is really kind of not part of this move. This is a trunk rotation exercise. So after you do a certain number from left to right, then you start on the right side Again, eyes tracking the motion. Because if you were chopping, if you were in the forest, chopping, if you were handling an axe or a sledgehammer, you would be watching what you're striking. So that's the same idea. If you were swinging a baseball bat, you're going to watch the swing and watch the bat make contact with the ball. So having your vision move with the motion is really, really key there. So there you're getting your neck to move, you're getting your trunk to twist. Very, very productive for the body to go through that range of motion. And that just starts to wake things up and make things feel better. So that's another thing you'll notice with these 7 exercises, that you just are gonna feel better after you do them. I promise that will happen for you. You are gonna stimulate not only just the muscles of the body, you're gonna stimulate your brain. Movement has been proven time and time again to have a terrific impact on different areas of the brain. And so cognitive-wise, you will be living a better life as well. So now we're gonna remove the chair. We'll just push it back a little bit. And we're gonna do a toe touch, okay? Now, there's so many different ways to do a toe touch. We're gonna do a toe touch with both your feet on the ground, because if you've been sedentary, you might not feel like balance is really something you're comfortable with at this stage. So very, very simply, all I want you to do is I want you to just bend and touch the opposite toe, come back up, and then bend and touch the opposite toe. So this is pretty easy stuff, right? But again, this is waking some things up, getting a little bit of rotation, a cross reach, and doing something that you need to be doing in your day-to-day. You probably are gonna have to bend over and pick something up off the floor, right? Bend over and tie your shoes. So this is functional in nature. So we're gonna bend and we're gonna touch. Now if you wanna take it up a notch, you can start to reach outside the foot as you bend. You can reach outside the foot. So we're stimulating the muscles around the hip area. We're waking up the hamstrings a little bit, those muscles on the back side of the legs. They get super, super tight when we start to be a little bit less active. So this is like an active stretch. Just bend and reach to the toe or just outside the toe. And I would do whatever you do on one side, do on the other. 10 repetitions per side would probably be great for a total of 20 repetitions. So let's move along to exercise number 4. All right, so moving along to the 4th exercise. Now that you're starting to wake those muscles up a little bit, we're gonna do some side bending. So we've done some up and down motion, we've done some rotation movements. I wanna get some side or lateral bending going on. So this one, again, really simple to do, but very effective. So all we're doing here is hands are at the side, and we're simply just bending like we're trying to reach the side of our knee without any kind of forward bend and keeping the arm fully extended. So just go to your limit, your comfortable limit here, okay? Don't try to overdo. Now, the more you do these, I promise, you're gonna feel like you're stretching and able to reach a little bit lower. If you can just get to right about the side of the knee area, you're doing great. If you can go below that, even better. And then just just slide the hand from side to side. Now you're waking up those muscles on the side, those obliques and those intercostals, all those muscles around the rib area. You're also actually starting to work some of the back muscles as you reach down and stretch the upper back and shoulders a little bit. And very, very effective. Again, all of these movements are probably somewhere around 10 to 20 repetitions. And start off, maybe 10 is a great goal for all of these things. Do about 10 repetitions for everything. And as you feel better and make a little bit of progress, then you can start to do a little bit more, get a little bit more aggressive, or challenge yourself a bit more as you go with these. So now that we've done our lateral bending, and we really feel like we've woken the trunk up, the next two moves are going to be a bit more of a challenge for you, okay? So now what we're going to do is take a wider stance, okay? So instead of standing with the feet together, we're going well outside, shoulder width here, a wide stance. Again, work with your limits, be safe here. And all you're going to do is what I like to call a windmill. So what you're trying to do is do a cross reach as you raise the other hand up towards the sky. So as I reach down, my right hand towards my left toe, I extend my left arm up in the air, kind of looking at my hand. Again, we're trying to get more neck and head movement in there too, because when we treat the neck muscles and strengthen those neck muscles, that really helps as well, because we've gotten into these bad habits with bad posture, not enough neck motion, and those muscles have gotten weak, they've gotten out of balance, and it's time to do a better job of supporting our head. So anytime we can do these healthy movements for the neck, we're doing great. And again, my eyes, you can't tell, but my eyes are tracking at my right hand, and then I come back up. And you can keep your arms out to the sides like this if you'd like. So again, I'm just here, looking up, back here, looking up, try to touch that toe. If you can't get to the toe, how about this? Look, mid-shin, go to mid-shin. Just get to where you can get to, okay? Or get to the top of the foot, or get to the toe. If you're getting better, you can go outside the toe again. It's just kind of like what we did with that one toe touch exercise. So if you want to be more aggressive, just do a little bit more of a reach, okay? And again, you could start with just 5 each way, you could move up to 10 each way, you could start to increase tempo. So if you want to start to make it more challenging, do the exercise faster. Reach back up, reach back up, reach back up, so you can make it a little bit more aerobic in nature. So there are different progressions with these, okay? So great exercise, love that one. Now, I'm gonna move the chair a little bit. You may or may not have heard of an exercise that has taken the world by storm in recent years called the burpee. And there are about 1,000 different ways to do a burpee. I'm gonna show you a version of a burpee that is about as simple as it gets. In fact, I could show you 2 versions. One, I'll show you a regression of what I'm about to show you using the chair. So the first one is getting down to the ground safely and then coming back up again. So this is like level 1 or level 1A of a easy burpee. So hands to the ground, bend the knees, okay? So you're bending from the hip and from the knees, so you can get the hands flat to the ground. Step back, step back, step forward, come up. Okay, not bad, right? So let's do it again. Bend, bend, step back, step forward, and up. Okay? Very effective, actually. I'm working a lot of musculature, but I'm doing it very, very slowly, very thoughtfully, and not aggressive really at all, right? So let's do it one more time. We bend, we step, we step, we step, we step, and we're up. Now, if it's too much for you, you can do the chair variety. I'll show you from the side. So if you don't want to go all the way down to the ground, just go to the chair. You can go hands to the seat or hands to the rail. Here, step back, step forward, up. Here, up. One more time. And up. So that would be like a regression of the one to the floor, okay? So a really easy way to do a burpee, no push-ups, no jumping in there. but it's getting you using all your limbs and getting you to fire your trunk a little bit to help stabilize your body. So this is good. This will get the heart rate up actually, and this will stimulate a lot of different parts of the body. So now that we've done all of these amazing things, there's still one more thing you got to do. You want to know what it is? Drum roll, please. Okay, this is mind-blowing stuff happening right here. You ready? Something new that you've never seen. No, you've seen this before. You ready? This is what you're going to do next. You're going to walk. That's right. You're going to walk. If you want to throw a little giddy up in there, you can do that too. But I want you to walk. That's right. I want you to walk, and I want you to walk mindfully. I want you to walk, and I want you to get the arms going. So when you walk, what happens? The right foot and the left arm go forward at the same time. Right arm, left leg. Okay? This is good walking. Don't walk with anything in your hands. I want you to just walk and think about resetting your body and stimulating everything. Walking is proven over and over and over and over again to be one of the, if not the best movement for the body. To connect all these different areas of the body, to stimulate your muscles, to stimulate your brain. Typically walking is done outdoors, which is always a plus. You get the natural vitamin D from the sun and all that fresh air, and being outside just is good for the soul. So the more you can walk, if done daily, the better everything just is. Man, I mean, I even resorted to one of these Fitbit things because why? I want to see how many steps I'm getting in my day to day. So I encourage you, if you like the wearable technology stuff, grab yourself an Apple product or a Fitbit or something that measures how many steps you are taking, because walking, my friends, is really the key, and that's what we've built up to. The first 6 movements you were doing maybe in your house, next to your sofa, next to your chair, right? In your living room. But that last one, I don't want you even on a treadmill. If you have to, that's fine. But I really would love you just to get outside on the sidewalk or go walk the track. Do some walking to activate your body and improve your life. Now, before you go, don't forget about that free report I told you about, the 3 best ways to improve your posture. I promise you'll love that report and the information that's in there. All you gotta do is scroll down to that pinned comment below, put your email in, download it instantly. Be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up, leave me some comments or questions, and share this video with someone in your life that needs to see it. I thank you so much. We love you here at Critical Bench, and we'll see you in the next video.